This video is basically going to show you how I get out of the house in 5 to 10 minutes. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. My name is JB of Jonaks Beauty. This video is basically going to show you how I get out of the house in 5 to 10 minutes. It's basically a makeup on the go, and I do it when I want to look all put together but with really minimal effort. Do you understand? So I wear this to work, I wear this when I really want to like dash out quickly but I still want to look all put together. Do you understand? Yes. So on days like this, I like to prime no matter how in a hurry I am. So I'm going to use my Primark Glow primer. So I like this primer because it's not drying at all. Instead, it sits into the skin and gives this really subtle glow. Do you understand? So because I'm not going to be doing a lot of what's it called, a lot of makeup steps, this just gives me this really nice glow. Do you understand? Yeah. So and then I'm going to follow it up with my foundation. Usually I use my Mary Kay CC cream for this, but I just realized that I'm out, so I'm using my Milani foundation. This is a bit full coverage. I prefer the CC cream because it is lighter on the skin and it gives a more natural finish. Do you understand? So I'm just going to go in with my Milani foundation just because my CC cream is finished. But I really, if you are watching this video, I do recommend the Mary Kay CC cream. I'm going to leave a link where you can get it in the description box below. And then you just want to apply this really gently. Now I'm going to go straight into my concealer. Okay, so a tip to note is that if you have really dark under eye circles like here, if you realize that it's quite dark for you and you are not using a full coverage foundation, or the foundation you are using you can't build it up to a full coverage foundation, I would advise that you go in with a corrector first. This is what a corrector looks like, depending on your skin tone. So for dark skin tones, for example, you use an orange corrector. So you want to apply that just a bit, small as possible. You want to just apply that under your eyes, you know. That just immediately gives your under eye a lift. Because I don't have that, I'm just going to go in with my concealer. This shade is pretty close to my skin tone. I'm just going to go in with that concealer and then apply that just here. Now normally I wouldn't even use this concealer, but I just want to give that part of my eyes an extra lift, you know. Yeah, so this is what I would normally do. And then I go in with that same brush. I'm trying to use minimal products and also use minimal brushes as well, so that you if you're not a makeup artist, you can also relate. You don't need to have like a whole range of brushes, but if you can afford it, then please go ahead. So I'm still going to use that same brush I used to apply my foundation. I'm just going to use that to gently blend that in. And as you guys can tell, even though the concealer that I use is really close to my skin tone, you can see a lift on this side of my eyes compared to this side of my eyes. I'm just going to go in and blend in this other side as well. Now this is what we have. Now that that's blended in, I'm going to go in with my translucent powder. And the reason why I'm using this setting powder is to avoid any form of crease. Do you understand? So because I have applied my concealer under my eyes, I will want to set it so that it stays that way throughout the day. So using my translucent powder, I'm going to just take a bit of it and then like I always do, tap it out and then just set it. And you can pretty much use any setting powder that you are comfortable with. And so because I also get oil in my T-zones area, that's my forehead and my nose in particular, I tend to also set that as well. So going in with my face powder, I'm still using that same brush that I used to apply my foundation. I'm just going to take a bit of it, tap it out, and then apply it on all those other areas that I did not use the setting powder on. Like I said, I'm trying to use minimal products so that if you are not a makeup artist, you won't feel pressured to, you know, buy so much, as long as you have the essentials. I'll go in with my blush, knowing that the goal for this technique is for your skin to look as radiant as possible. So you want to use this to warm up your face and you know, just give it this really nice color to it, right? So for my brows, I like to go in first with my spoolie, my brow brush, and then I use that to comb my brow hair into place. And then going in with my brow pencil, I just like to fill in the areas where there's not so much hair, but I like to follow my natural brows. Do you understand? So because nobody has time, you know, to contour and highlight or define brows, you know, we have to get out in 5 to 10 minutes, right? So I just concentrate on the sparse areas, the areas that don't have so much hair on them, and then I just fill that in gently, right? And then just fill in, I see some little spaces here, I just fill in those spaces. And then that's it basically. I do the same thing for the other brows. I comb them in place, go in with my pencil, fill in the sparse areas, and that's it. We have to be out in 5 minutes. We have to get to work in 10 minutes. So let's get going. For my highlighter, I'll be using the Ellis Clear highlighter. So I'll go in with Moonlight. Moonlight is this dark shade here, and just apply that gently at the high point of my cheeks. Then we have something like this. You want to make sure that you blend it as you are applying it, and then you go in here and then just, you know, give yourself a little highlight you know, to work. Whatever is left on the brush, I just like to put it here and put it here. For eyeshadow, I'll be going in with this Mary Kay eyeshadow. So this is like a magnet pan, and I have put some of these eyeshadows. I still have 2 to put. I haven't completed it, but I have these 2, and I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow. It's called Mauve. It's a deep brown eyeshadow, and the reason why I like this eyeshadow in particular is that it's close to my skin tone, and it shows that you've used eyeshadow without overwhelming, you know, your face. Do you understand? So I'm just going to use my fingers. The reason why I'm going to be using my fingers is so that I can control the application even better, right? So I'm just going to go in, use my finger, take a bit, and then apply it on my eyelid, like so. It's not compulsory that you use the same color, but when I just want to dash out without, you know, looking too overly done, this is the color I like to use. You can take it as high as you want and then just blend it out. Use your hands to blend the edges out as much as possible. And this is what we have, guys. So you can see that I have eyeshadow on, but you'll notice that it didn't require me doing so much like I would naturally do. So this is like really realistic for anybody. And I want to do the same thing for my other eye. Guys, this eyeshadow is really amazing. I'm going to leave a link in the description box as well, where you can get this. This is an amazing eyeshadow. It's so beautiful, and I think it will work for any skin tone. If you are dark, if you are light, I think any skin color, I think it's just amazing. It's just beautiful. So after applying my eyeshadow, I go in with my mascara. Because this is a really quick work makeup routine, I don't fix lashes to work. I just go in with my mascara. I try to bring out my lashes the best way I can. And for this, guys, I'm using the Maybelline Volume Express. I love how this feels on my, this is the first time I'm using it. I love how this feels on my lashes, guys. It is bringing out my lashes. I don't know if you can notice, see the difference. And then I'll also use it for my bottom lashes. To finish up the look, I like to go in with this e.l.f. glitter gloss. This is a pink gloss that has like a bit of shimmer in it. I'm just going to apply that generously on my lips to ensure that as you're dashing out, you take this along. Whether you use a matte lipstick or use a glossy one, you want to take it along, because by lunchtime or later in the day you might need to, you know, reapply it on your lips so that you still look fresh and put together, right? Yeah. To wrap up the look, I like to use my setting spray to just spray that on my face, and that just seals my face for the whole day. Yeah. So guys, see, I told you guys it was going to be easy. Yeah. So this is how I love to do my makeup when I need to dash out in 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please don't hold back. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me today. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please share this video with your loved ones, your family, your friends that you know that will find this video helpful for school and for work. Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.